Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play Spellforce 3, episode 207. Alrighty then, we have just gone into Mullendeers, and we're gonna advance the story, I guess, by going over here. And find out there's more to do if it's the final fight. We still have some of these to pass on as well. Somehow I've missed some stuff in the game, I don't know how or where. Unless, as like I said last episode, there's another 4 or 5 maps to go still.
Let's see.
Yes? What is it?
No.
Got it.
You're back.
Oh yeah?
I don't know how to say this,
What?
but thank you
For what?
Yeah.
for not giving Myra to that man. I realized that she agreed, but we both know her mental state is questionable. I'm glad you saw that. Be that as it may, even if we didn't win House Hallett, the Wolfgar forces alone will be a great help in the battle against the Purity. Though, to be honest, I had wished for another outcome. Anyway, no point in delaying the inevitable any further. We should discuss the upcoming battle in the span. Are you ready?
So, you know what I was saying in the last episode? Was it last or the one before? Anyway, whichever episode it was. Basically, I read online there was a bug in the game. Basically, in my understanding, it would have been now. Basically, on my original version, as you know, I poisoned the guy and offered the marriage. My logic thinking was that they'll get married, the forces join, be a quick ceremony there, he will then die. She doesn't really have to, because she doesn't love him anyway. And then, because I kill Thingy, I get the Hallants on our side plus the Wolf people. That was my logic. What actually happened was, he asked her to marry and dropped dead. So we didn't get them on our side anyway. And the Wolf people Stu joined us for what we did. But apparently because Stu screwed that up if you killed his brother. I had no intention of doing that, I kept on as a prisoner each time. So they stayed. And the bug was, going down that path, later dialogues, I'm assuming this stuff, would have acted like he was alive. And that's where the bug called online would come in. And they would have acted like he's alive. So back then, so what we just saw then was, I'm glad you didn't give her hand to him. He would have been saying something along the lines of, I can't believe you did it. Her mental state wasn't right. And what that bug apparently turns around doing when we get to another map in a bit, so maybe the final map, I don't know, I didn't go into detail where it was. She ends up committing suicide apparently. And to me, that's not the outcome. What should have happened, because obviously he was dead, so she never did marry him. So that shouldn't happen. But the game thinks he's alive. So for that reason, that's not something else with Reforce. I hope they fix that. But so that's the reason. The only reason why I went back. Did exactly the same thing, except for I said no to the marriage. Because what's the point of him dying before the marriage? What was the outcome? And then she commits suicide because she thinks she's married to him. That don't make no sense. That's a bug. So now, my version, she shouldn't commit suicide because she never got married. Just like my original pick. Technically, she never got married. Because he died before he even technically asked her. So that's the only change I made after I looked that up before we... And as you saw me do it on the channel, before we actually went forward. Because like I said in the past, I like my main decision, as long as it doesn't game over me, is the main decision as my first playthrough is what I stick to. And I feel I changed that slightly after looking that up, but I feel I had to if I didn't want to get that bug. So, that's the only reason why. Even though if I gave it to marriage and didn't poison him, he would have joined us and would have had them up there, the Halletts with us instead of the Wolf people. Anyway, what else? Oh, yes, let's discuss it.
I am.
Good. Then let's call your companions.
We'll claim it after this. Quest complete. Uneasy alliance.
Thank you for coming. I take it you know the purpose of this meeting. Our final battle is up ahead.
What is?
We will take back Graytham, kill the Kane, and save, well, Tahar's mother.
Yeah.
You all know what's at stake. If we lose this battle, then there's no one left to stop Lacane.
This is where third person would be brilliant to look into his eyes as talking.
Thanks to Ulrich Wolfgar and his betrayal, Lacane knows we're coming. Aranor?
Yes, Lacane has gathered his army in the span. That's where the final battle will happen.
The Golden Road.
Yes. As you all know, almost every trade route of Nortanda leads through there.
Okay.
It's very easy for him to make a stand. The Queen's River draws a clear line between the Greykeep side and where we'll be coming in from.
So, what's your strategy?
I'm afraid there's only one.
Brute force.
Brute force. We'll have to crush through his defenses like a warhammer through an armor. That's where House Wolfgar comes in. They will block off either the western or the southern routes through which the Purity would probably send in reinforcements. It's a shame House Hallett isn't supporting us too. That'll make the battle a lot harder. Once we've defeated their army, we'll advance to Great.
There's no way getting both on the same side, though.
Yes. How big is their army?
Massive. We already scouted the area. There's Bane, there's Deathmen, there's Templars, and Iron Ones.
Bloody hell.
In other words, Lacane knows we're a threat and gathered his entire force to stop us. Good. Because that'll be our chance to take out the entire Purity with one blow.
As I said, we cut off the snake's head.
Then prepare. Lacane won't show mercy, and neither will we. So I want every blade sharp. This is the only chance we're getting.
Well said, Tahar. Now get prepared. We'll head out at first light.
Nice. So it's gonna be the final map. So can I have a little chat with all these now? Oh, it looks like we can before we go. Beautiful. We also want to claim. Oh, we got a nice selection. It's worth the most. 19s. 19s are worth the most. 5-1, is that worth the most? Okay, so for price, if I sell, that's the best one. Attacking you takes 10 damage. Focus, black magic. Ooh, robes. That could be good for some of these. You get the green stuff. I kind of wish you could compare this, what they're wearing. But obviously you can once you've picked it, but then you can't go back, so... So 10, so they're all 10s, 13 and all 10. So all 10s but 130, okay. 15s or 10s. Was I hard? 10. Okay, that's that one. So I have that. Generation, spellbound. That might be better for her. White magic and decrease. She's been green the whole game. Now she turns white. Okay. Have a chat with everyone.
I had a feeling you'd come.
Why?
Because you just love to talk. But you know what? I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was never that big on sharing my thoughts, let alone my feelings.
What do you mean? You love it now?
It just seemed, I don't know, pointless.
And now?
Well, I still prefer deeds over words, but I've realized that sometimes it can help to share. So, speaking of that, there's something I need to get off my chest.
And that is?
Thank you. Without your help, I don't know if I could have done it. Unite the Fire Wielders.
You're welcome.
But thanks to you, I did. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you mainly did this for our axis. But still, it got me a lot closer to my goal.
Redefine the orc culture.
No, return to it. Restore the great tribe. Live and cherish the struggle, without becoming the savage idiots like Krell turned us into. Anyway, enough of the chatter. Hone your blade, Tahar. We'll need it.
Okay, is that up?
Huh?
Yeah.
I'll be off.
he should have a look at his mum before he goes too. Yeah. So we need to go in there to talk to Thingy, and hopefully we got the items for him. Let's do that first.
Will do.
Don't know if we have. So some of the stuff's like, where are they? There's a lot of stuff seems to be missing still. Yeah, I've tried to check every nook and cranny I could, and apparently I still don't have everything. Every time I saw something, if I had enough money, I bought it.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled.
Maybe they actually will have them sitting there now when we go to them outside, maybe. Speaking of which, do I have any on me? Already locked, already locked.
I found some materials.
Oh, I found something else.
Could you use these to upgrade your armor?
Let me see.
Hopefully we finally passed it.
Oh, yeah, that could work. I'll start working as soon as possible.
Yay.
Great.
There we go. Thanks, Tahar.
Iskra?
What? Oh, Tahar. Didn't see you coming.
This place still has you in its grips, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Look, Tahar, I'm sorry for what happened at the forge. You know, with the rune. I didn't know what got into me. I mean, I still believe the rune has the potential to do a lot of good, and I will continue researching, but I shouldn't have, well, risked our cause.
I just got me using dwarfs. Just don't do it again. It's okay.
It's okay. I understand.
Glad to hear that. Anyway, I need to get some of these dents out of my armor. I'll be there when you need me.
So yeah, so I need message
Tahar,
this stuff. Huh?
may I help you with something?
Yeah, there's nothing here new.
Goodbye.
So now did he finish his armor off then? Because he didn't unlock it, did he? Oh, I've learned it. Okay. The lock's gone from there, but I don't have any helmets for a dwarf. That says a lot though. Oh, unless... Wait a minute, he didn't have armor at all, did he? So he must have made the armor. It's just locked because you can't change it. Oh, okay. So I did do it. Yay! Woo, woo, woo. So it looks like we're going to have a conversation for every companion. So that's 2 down, you and you. She should be, when we head back, we're going to do a conversation with his mum. Well, it's not a conversation, she's going to say something about her only because she kind of doesn't move. She's in a coma right now, what sucks. Hopefully there's any leftover, what are they called? I'm blank, sorry people, what do they call them? Blah, these research schematics, they'll add them to my people outside. Should read some of this stuff too, shouldn't we, before we do the big battle? See how we go. Because we might be this episode, next episode, just sorting this end stuff out. And we head to the battle after that.
Understood.
See if there's anything new to this.
Interesting.
So say. There we go.
She's breathing, but her spirit is gone. Damn you, Lacane.
Gonna get you for this Lacane. Holy fudge. A lot of them are in here. They apparently got any things for
What's
them.
next?
Where she does. I thought it was going to be all companions you can talk to. It looks like it's all select ones. Because, yeah, technically he didn't mention anything about the thing, did he? It was just about his quest stuff. Where he did. Let's see.
Please, Myra. You need to talk to me.
To us.
I don't see why.
Because I need to know if you can do this. Look, Myra, what that rune did to you, it's horrible. But we need to know if you'll function out there. Because if you don't, it will cost us a lot of lives.
I will.
Yes. I'm sorry. Well then, best you get your armor looked at before we head out.
Yes, brother.
This is just wrong.
Wow.
So wrong.
Still no change in her condition?
No. None. I still can't believe that dwarf considered keeping the rune. That kind of magic should not be allowed to exist. Either way, is there anything that needs discussing before we set out?
Oh. Wasn't expecting that. Everyone disappeared.
Now would you look at that?
Yes? What is it?
So, okay, something there.
I'll be off.
Got it.
Nope. I'll talk to her.
Understood.
Come here.
So, I guess that's it? The great finale?
Yep,
So it seems.
We said the same thing at the same time.
Well, I should probably say something meaningful now, right? I can't think of
Yeah,
anything.
you don't have to.
Heck, I don't even know why I'm coming with you. I should have left moons ago.
I'm glad you didn't.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you didn't.
Easy, Tahar. We don't want to get all sentimental here, do we? Jokes aside, though, I realize this is a cheesy thing to say, but no matter how this ends, I'm glad our paths crossed.
Yeah.
All
same.
those years on the road, I was free, yeah, but I also didn't have any roots. No home. Now, before you start crying, I'm not saying that this bloody city is what I consider home these days. I'm just saying I don't know, that it feels good to fight for something. And that surprises me. Anyway, enough of the
She
chatter.
gets that metal then.
Tell me when you're ready to head out.
Okay.
Corporal, need anything?
Tell me a bit about your time on the road.
Is that a command, Corporal?
Please?
All right, but I'm afraid there isn't so much to tell.
Anything new, quick.
Have you ever been on the road by yourself?
A long time ago.
Well, then you know how wearisome it can get. Sleeping under the stars sounds romantic at first. Most of the time, your stomach and your purse are empty, and your feet are full of blisters. And of course, there's the constant danger. Especially if you're traveling on your own.
Oh, that orange. Oh, that ends the conversation, so these are different.
Did you ever have a companion?
Some, yeah, but most of it was just temporary.
How did you meet?
Coincidence.
Yeah.
When I called him, he gave me back my money and we started talking.
So you started traveling together? With a...
I wouldn't call him that. He was just young and careless. We ended up traveling for almost a year.
Okay.
Huh. So
Nothing dramatic. We came by a village and decided to rest there for a while. The roads had become quite dangerous due to the mage wars, and we didn't want to go out unprepared. He liked it. Ben the Smith wanted him as an apprentice, so he stayed.
Okay.
I was surprised and a bit hurt at first.
Do you miss it sometimes? The vagabond life?
Well, we're still vagabonds somehow, aren't we? But I know what you mean. There was this one night I'll never... My first impulse was to jump up, but as if that feeling lasted until the sun came up. And then I fell asleep.
And what do you make of it now?
Truth be told, I don't know. But it changed something.
Goodbye.
Okay. I think that's everyone I need to talk to in this area.
Mm-hmm.
No over here, is there? Time to go there. I don't think anyone's in these rooms. Well, yeah, it's from her. I feel like this room could have been sort of something. So it looks like 25, 26 is probably like the max you can get then on this. Because we're on like 25 now, aren't we? So... And apparently we're going to the final map soon. The final fight. The final countdown.
Will do.
I do think we can hit 26 though. quick check with these as we pass them, just to see if they've got any extra stuff. Especially the scrolls. But I think we bought them all. So that's fine, I might actually pick the elves for it, especially if we do have the druids. Even if they're not upgraded.
Huh?
I want to buy some
music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
Nope. Already unlocked. Let's sell these two now. Oh, not to you. You have no money. Not to you, we don't. On.
Tahar. You need something?
Not really. I was just wondering if you know, wanted to talk before we head out. My gut tells me this will be the last battle for a while.
Well, I've had my share of war and violences. I sure hope so. 9 years. Can you imagine?
Wow.
It's been 9 years in which I did nothing but fighting. But killing. You want to know something funny?
What?
When I was a teenager, I always wanted to be an alchemist. You know, back in the days when there were charlatans everywhere, all of them looking for the Philosopher's Stone that could turn lead into gold. The idea of finding something that would change the world forever, it just fascinated me. Obviously, my plans didn't work out. My magical talent was discovered, I was sent to the university, and there I met your father. You know the rest of the story.
I do. But what are you getting at?
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that all through my life, I wanted to change something. Be that driving force behind something monumentous. Now, after all that's happened, I don't know. I've begun to wonder if that unguided idealism isn't the reason for a lot of conflict in the world. The War of the Six Races, the Mage Wars, the Purity, it's all the same. We're just too driven, too obsessed with leaving our mark on this world.
Sound regretful.
You almost sound regretful.
Do I? Well, I don't know. It's not like I don't believe in my ideals anymore. It's just all the fighting, all that death. It makes you think.
Realism is important, I guess you're right.
Maybe we are driven, but idealism is important. Without it, who knows where the world would be?
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, I'm glad we're on the same side again. Maybe this final battle is a chance to, well, to make amends.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let me know when you're ready to head out, Tahar.
No, sir?
Tahar, what is it?
No, where's the stuff?
I'll be off.
Okay.
Got it.
Look at his little place. It's on the way. On the way. Wimba wamba wimba wamba on the way. Let's run through Normandia. Talk to my friends. Before we leave for the final battle.
Yes? Is there something you need?
No, nothing. What are your thoughts on the upcoming battle?
If by what are my thoughts you mean my estimation on our chance for victory, I would say they are close to even, with the odds being slightly in favor of the Purity.
No, I meant, how do you feel? That battle, it will be dangerous, and yet you're still around to help us.
Well, it is only logical. The Purity hunts mages, and if we do not stop them, they will take my life too. As for my emotions, I suppose you could describe them as a mixture of worry and anticipation. Also, there is something else that has been troubling me.
What?
The return of Aenir, as the Purity calls it. The opening of the gates. I have done some research, and I'm beginning to believe that all this is not just superstition after all.
Wait, you mean Aenir is really trying to return to this world?
Not Aenir. But I would prefer to not make any premature assumptions. Even if my theory is true, it would not impact our immediate plan of action. Now, I would like to make some preparations to her. I will be ready when you need me.
Of course. Thanks, Undergast.
On the gas.
Yes. What is it?
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. Guess we should go here. So just double check, but I don't think they've added anything. Check with all our companions.
Will do.
Oh, actually, we're 25 minutes, so we'll continue this next episode. So please like, please subscribe, please share time. I've been Joe. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching. Have a great one day. Bye, everybody.